Welcome back. You can ask yourself where David De Gea is now after Erik ten Hag admits he's changed his mind about him. Former Manchester United goalkeeper David De Gea is still without a club after leaving Old Trafford as a free agent, with Erik ten Hag signing Andre Onana as his replacement. After more than a decade of service to Manchester United, eyebrows were raised when David De Gea revealed he had left the club via social media earlier this summer. Although the veteran goalkeeper, 32, had excelled in previous years when United were not at their best, he struggled to adapt to the demands placed upon him by Erik ten Hag, who puts an emphasis on his shot stoppers playing out from the back. De Gea, who was in the final year of his contract, was also undermined by a number of costly errors, which sparked speculation that Ten Hag would seek a new number one ahead of the 2023-24 campaign. Weeks after De Gea announced he would be leaving the club as a free agent, United signed Andre Onana in a £47.2 million deal from Inter Milan. However, the Cameroon international has endured an indifferent start to life at Old Trafford and has already been criticized in some quarters by several pundits. De Gea, meanwhile, is still unattached, perhaps surprisingly given his pedigree. The Spain international amassed 190 clean sheets in 545 appearances for the Red Devils and won the Premier League's Golden Glove Award just weeks before leaving United. Despite a lack of movement, plenty of clubs have been credited with an interest in his services over the course of the summer. He was heavily linked with Bayern Munich shortly after becoming a free agent, and recent reports in Spain have touted Real Betis as a possible destination for the ex-Atletico Madrid man, who is free to sign for a club outside of the transfer window, given his free agent status. While it initially seemed as De Gea would stay for another year at Old Trafford, it was revealed by the Manchester Evening News that Ten Hag had changed his mind over the club's goalkeeping situation late in the season. The report outlined that the Dutchman was heavily influenced by 3 games where mistakes by De Gea led to goals: Sevilla, West Ham, and the FA Cup final defeat by Manchester City. Once it became clear that Ten Hag wanted to move in a different direction, the writing was on the wall for De Gea, who was initially signed by Sir Alex Ferguson back in 2011. In his emotional farewell message on social media, De Gea wrote, "I just wanted to send this farewell message to all Manchester United supporters. I would like to express my unwavering gratitude and appreciation for the love from the last 12 years. We've achieved a lot since my dear Sir Alex Ferguson brought me to this club. I took incredible pride every time I pulled on this shirt. To lead the team, to represent this institution, the biggest club in the world, was an honor only bestowed upon a few lucky footballers. It's been an unforgettable and successful period since I came here. I didn't think from leaving Madrid as a young boy we would achieve what we did together. Now, it's the right time to undertake a new challenge, to push myself again in new surroundings. Manchester will always be in my heart. Manchester has shaped me and will never leave me. We've seen it all. Elsewhere, Manchester United legend Paul Parker has claimed that Johnny Evans should start ahead of Harry Maguire. He told mybettingsites.co.uk. The centre-half area has proven to be a weak spot for Man United because all the players have proven to be fragile in terms of injuries. Martinez is still injured, and it might be the same injury that harassed him at the end of the season. Hopefully, he will be ready after the international break. Of course, there is no way that Harry Maguire should play for Man United, and I don't get why he is still at the club. I would prefer Johnny Evans ahead of him, without a shadow of a doubt. I actually think that Johnny Evans should play next to Martinez, but Lindelof could also be an option. Varane has been moaning about the new rule about extra minutes being played because of time wasting, but he is not playing a lot of minutes anyway, because he is always injured. On the other side, Bayern Munich have received a timely boost ahead of their Champions League clash against Manchester United. Star duo Rafael Guerreiro and Kingsley Coman have returned to training ahead of the match tomorrow. Guerreiro could still miss the game as he continues to manage his torn calf that he suffered in preseason. However, Coman could be fit enough to feature. While Manchester United youngster Gabriele Biancheri has signed his first professional deal with the club. Again and again, Kane urges Bayern to respect Man United. Harry Kane has urged his Bayern Munich teammates not to underestimate Man Ut when the two sides meet on Wednesday. The former Tottenham striker told Sports Illustrated, "A difficult game. I know Manchester United are having a difficult moment at the moment, but sometimes teams like that are dangerous because they're always looking to come back in a big way. So we have to be prepared for them, and of course we want to get the crowd behind us as early as possible on Wednesday in front of our home crowd and approach the game with a lot of intensity. The Champions League is always special, and my first game with Bayern Munich will stay with me, so I hope it goes well." Meanwhile, Thomas Tuchel will not be on the sidelines due to being sent to the stands in Bayern's final Champions League game of last season, and Kingsley Coman could be unavailable too after missing Friday's draw with Bayer Leverkusen with a muscular injury. Legendary German keeper Manuel Neuer is also out of action after sustaining a leg break last December. However, the Bayern boss is expecting to welcome new signing Rafael Guerreiro back after a muscular injury, while Harry Kane will most certainly start up top against his former Premier League rivals. Elsewhere, United fans could finally see summer signing Sofyan Amrabat make his debut, but he'll need to be further assessed alongside Raphael Varane and Mason Mount. However, United have confirmed that Aaron Wan-Bissaka is out for a few weeks with a hamstring concern. Furthermore, Jadon Sancho and Antony are expected to miss out due to off-field issues. Elsewhere, Eric Ten Hag identifies transfer target after Aaron Wan-Bissaka injury. Eric Ten Hag is dealing with a mountain of problems at Manchester United, with their Champions League group stage opener against Bayern Munich in Germany on the horizon. Manchester United have entered a crisis period on and off the pitch, and we're only halfway through September. The Red Devils' woes were worsened on Saturday when Brighton came to Old Trafford and inflicted an embarrassing 3-1 defeat to pile the pressure on Eric Ten Hag. Up next is the mammoth task of facing Bayern Munich away from home in their Champions League group stage opener, ahead of which United have built up a lengthy injury list and just seen one more player added to it on Monday. Here's a roundup of the latest news from Old Trafford. Again and again, Pep Guardiola laughs when asked about Man United's start to the season. Before City boss backs Red Devils to find their rhythm sooner or later, the Red Devils have endured a torrid start to the new season and have lost 3 out of their opening 5 matches after falling to defeat against Spurs, Arsenal, and Brighton. And, ahead of their Champions League opener against FK Crvena Zvezda on Tuesday, rival boss Guardiola was asked about the Red Devils' early form. When discussing his team's chances at retaining their league title, the Spaniard said, "You know how strong our Arsenal. Yesterday at Goodison Park, they are exceptional. Liverpool again, the mentality will continue there." One of the reporters present then interrupts to put forward the name of City's rivals, to which Guardiola offers a chuckle in response. The City boss then says, "Well, they didn't start like they expected, like Chelsea. But always, they are Man United, and Chelsea, sooner or later, they will take the rhythm. But it is important for us after winning the treble. Winning 5 from 5 is really good." United's recent 3-1 defeat at home to Brighton has sparked suggestions that the club are in disarray amid the off-field issues surrounding Antony and Jadon Sancho. Red Devils fans will be hoping their side can turn their fortunes around when they take on German champions Bayern Munich in the Champions League on Wednesday.